Alright, so we need... We might actually need mercenaries now that I think about it. We need to army levies, and then I need to find anyone who doesn't like me, who is not planning on sending me a full complement of troops, and I need to bribe them. No. Will you take a bribe? That kid'll take a bribe. Good kid. Got a good head on your shoulders there. Anyone else? Pretty much everyone else should send me their full complement of troops. Alright. We're going to raise our men. We're going to raise our boats. And we will set sail from Kent once the armies have assembled. Oh, we can do that. Oh, no, wait. Is that 55,000? I thought it was 5,000 for a second. I was like, is that all they got? It's like, oh, no, it's 55,000. I've received a visitor from the Great Abbey at Cluny. He tells me that the monks spend much of their days devoted in prayer, and they always mention names. Yeah, they'll have my support. $55,000. Jeez. At least we'll have a truce with him after this. Get on the boats. Alright, so the bulk of the Breton forces are on the Loire River here. So I feel like we should go back them up. I can't sail up the river. I'm actually going to turn it down to speed 3. Gwent is doing very well. Shrewsbury, Devon. Lots of places are doing well. Devon is now flourishing. I don't have enough money to hire like a zillion mercenaries. Devonian peasant revolt. Peasant revolt. Are you shitting me right now? Are you shitting me right now? We're trying to protect Christendom from the Aztec invaders. You've got to be shitting me right now. Peasant revolt. Go straight to hell. Go straight to hell. Do not pass go. Alright. Force demands. Execute imprisoned. No patience for that kind of shit. Alright. If you guys could gather your forces... If you could gather your forces instead of having an 8,000 stack here, and a 3,000 stack here, and a 1,300 stack here, and a 2,000 stack there, that would be great. By the way, any holy orders available for hire? On contract. Okay, I can hire the Knights of Santiago. Hell yeah. So we're fighting a religious enemy. And yeah, the other ones aren't available. Let's just merge forces, and we're going to try to kill some smaller Aztec stack. Yeah, there's their big stack. That's going to turn the whole war around right there. Yep. Alright, well... we didn't actually participate in the war. It was kind of over before we had a chance to get there. Before the noble Knights of Santiago were able to bring their horses to bear against the Aztec menace. And, you know, it's kind of looking like... It's kind of looking like maybe we should just convert. lacks education focus. Conscientious, affectionate, and rowdy. So he'd make an okay soldier. He'd make a terrible spy. He'd make an okay steward. And he'd make an okay diplomat. I feel like we need more diplomats. Let's make him a diplomat. So, just to keep our options open, let's go ahead and search realm, both, any, not of my religion group, any culture, any. Okay, so I do have this guy who I could recruit into my service, and he's reformed Aztec. Let's do that. I'm going to award him an honorary title. I'm going to make him the Master of the Hunt. I'm going to switch my focus, if I can, to carousing. And then he's going to be my new best friend. Let's invite him to carouse. Let's send him a gift first. Send him some money so he'll like us better. And then we're just going to chain invite him to carousing. Alright, excellent. Bring your best appetite, new best friend. We're going which way the wind blows. You know, you can't fault us for that. We're going which way the wind blows. And I see that the wind has blown back in the direction of the Aztecs. Despite our glorious crusade, which, by the way, Mr. Emperor, I was not a part of, if you'll remember. We've actually... no Breton soldier has met an Aztec warrior in battle since I came to power. We had to tell these guys we were going to help him, right? I mean, look at his cool crown and everything. He's all Celtic like we are. Like, you know, we had to tell him we were going to help out. All right, my one guest has arrived for the private feast. All right, so many laughs and so many. All right, we've become close friends. Yes, 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 and the Emperor likes us. All right, can I? Let's see. Let's. I can't just convert to a friend's religion, right? He has to ask me. Yeah, I think he actually has to ask me to convert. Is he zealous by any chance? At least he's not cynical, and I am cynical, so that's a good sign. All right, so I now have a friend who could potentially sway me over to the ways of. Oh, and he's gay. I wonder, can I seduce? Maybe I can seduce him too. Yeah, do I have to have that trait to seduce another guy? Or, yeah, I guess I do. I don't think there's any way to get it in adulthood. Contrary to what some would have you believe. Unless there's, like, an event to discover that you've been repressing the fact that you were gay for years and years. Alright, I have a new kinswoman. Good for her. My brother is a lunatic. He must learn how to deal with his lunacy on his own. Oh, I have another child with Omfrida that Uther thinks is his. Okay, so that's basically all of their kids, I think, are mine. Let's see. Okay, so they have one legitimate child, and then I think the other two are mine. Is how it works? Yeah. When can I invite my friend to carouse again? Let's just keep drinking until you until you decide to try to convert me to your religion. My vassal has expressed dissatisfaction with your choice of advisors. She claims she's more qualified than a majority of your counselors. Well, guess what? This guy has a fist next to his portrait, and you don't, so I'm sorry. This isn't a meritocracy. I have to keep my vassals happy. Okay. Maintaining our political independence is the important thing. And also I will have you remember that if we do convert to Aztec religion, we get free CBs on the entire rest of the British Isles. So there are reasons for my pragmatism. My aggressive pragmatism. Come on, I want to just tell me how great Quetzalcoatl is. Is there a button to make him tell me how great Quetzalcoatl is? We'll have another private feast. Should be fun. You could bring some traditional Aztec worship. You know, we could do a human sacrifice. We cut someone's heart out and pour it down some stairs. What do you think, man? Sounds like a good time to me, is all I'm saying. Alright, my guest has arrived for the private feast. Yeah, let's play. Play for honor. Play for the glory of... I mean, if you wanted to tell me what you like to play for the glory of, and how great, you know, the glory of your particular belief system is. Apprentice Board Gamer, Diplomacy +1. Not going to complain about that. Time to get back to real life. I'm just saying, man, if you wanted to, like... Recent carousing, September 1014. This lady, who is important somehow to my kingdom, has died of cancer. Buildings. Any new buildings we can put up? University, monastic school. Hospital's already fully upgraded, I believe. Yeah. I think I was actually, at one point I was working on the hospital in Cornwall. The tech hasn't really spread there. Alright, my lunatic brother is a brilliant strategist. He will make a great addition to our general staff, I'm sure. I suppose I should be upgrading this. Militia training ground. Build bigger jousting lists, I guess. So once I convert to Aztec, I'm going to start sending missionaries to the Norse so that they'll stop this shit. I think the Aztec Emperor really likes us at this point. Oh, yeah! Awesome! Can I invite him to carousing? Educate child. Request invasion. That's tempting. He's not my same religion, though. Is there anyone I could request an invasion? Like, could I request an invasion of France? Fewer realm holdings. Or a primary title claim. Is there a Christian nation that I have fewer title holdings than? Target controls more cardinals than me. Oh, I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay. So you can almost never request an invasion of Italy, apparently. Yeah, I don't think there are any other Christian nations that would be eligible for me to invade. I always knew my ambition would help me reach great places. Awesome. Got some money for being ambitious. Raiders from Skåne have arrived. I have a Jarl, an Icelandic Jarl in my prison. How much would they pay for him? 145 gold? Yeah. You can go. You are free to go, sir. Did they actually win? Did they actually win? Slow fever, once again. I think he went from being an imbecile to just being dull, so that's good for him. He still has to learn on his own. Hey, look! Jihad for Persia fails. Apparently there was a jihad against the Mongols for Persia, or something. King Heiston of Norway. 12? Why do they keep sending, like, single or double-digit groups of guys to invade a major kingdom? Mission to Rome has been a success. Oh, freaking Vikings. Can we carouse? Can we carouse with our best friend while we're doing this? I don't actually know if there's a... Oh, he won't come? You asshole. Well, could you not come to carousing because you were observing a traditional Aztec religious festival that you might want to tell me about? Does that have anything to do with it at all? Duke Samuel has died, which means I now have an open council spot for a steward. Yeah, let's make my Aztec friend the steward. And he's a loyalist. Of course he is. One person makes no feast. I would contest that. I think I could make a one-man feast work. Special minor titles. He's not a coward, he is a lunatic, and he is my brother. So I will give him the job. That also means I need to make sure my steward is actually doing something. Oversee construction. If you wanted to build, you know, like a temple to any of the Aztec gods here, I'm just saying I wouldn't stop you. I don't know how the locals would feel about it. I'm just saying I wouldn't stop you, is all I'm saying, man. How old is my future wife? She's 13. Almost there. She needs to learn on her own. Who are the Aztecs at war with today? They are currently defending in the Hindu Aztec revolt. I don't know if they can even get troops over there, to be honest with you. And the 7th Aztec Catholic revolt. How much of their land is still Catholic? Actually, a fair bit. Not for long, but a fair bit of it at this point. And he still thinks we're the shit, right? Yeah, he still thinks we're amazing. Awesome. You're doing the Lord's work, old lady. My dull brother has become a gray eminence. How about that? Can we marry him to someone a little bit smarter, maybe? 18-year-old. Relative of Baron. If he gets more genius blood into the gene pool. Awesome. Mission has been a success. A leper named Gueric arrived at court today with the leper colony in Cornwall being crowded already. He has nowhere to go and now begs for your aid. Can stay here for now or go out before you infect someone. 300 piety isn't really worth getting leprosy. Gotta say. Starting to think that my brother's wife might fancy me. Well, she's a genius, and she doesn't have the lover's pox, so of course. Her chin is a little bit weird, but in Crusader Kings you learn to deal with that. Another jihad for Persia. Alright.